Hello. If you don't know me, hi. My name is Amanda. You might be one of my family members. You might be a friend. You might have watched me on this crazy thing called The Chase. You might know me through trivia or Learned League or anything else. And wanted to come to you today to say some thank yous and to make an announcement. The Chase was my first quiz show experience and it was amazing. I can't wait for my next adventure, whatever it's going to be. Would it have been cool to come away with the $200,000? Yeah, not gonna lie. I would have loved to do things like start a scholarship fund in my folks' names, donate funds to help regulate diseases that have impacted folks, including my family, like pancreatic cancer and Parkinson's, among others, to the history books. Maybe snag a pair of designer shoes for myself. Your girl loves shoes, even though I was wearing flats on set because I did not want to trip. That will all happen eventually. But do I have any regrets from the process? Heck to the no. No, I do not. You can call it cliche all you want, but I came away with something worth way more than money. I got to travel for the first time since COVID-19 hit, including checking California off of my place to visit list. I got to see parts of a city I never dreamed I would actually be. Y'all, I was looking at the Hollywood Hills from my hotel room. I discovered the wonders of delivery services because y'all gotta understand, I live middle of nowhere adjacent. My hometown was listed as Marshall, North Carolina. It's tiny. I live in Candler. It's slightly less tiny, but it's still tiny. I got to talk about how amazing my folks are. My mom is my definition of a hero. I got to talk about how incredible my dad is. And I got to raise awareness for a disease that robs too many people of loved ones. And through the Chase, honestly, I've gotten introduced to this amazing community of quizzers. From folks on Jeopardy that I've looked up to for years, to other Chase folks, to my Learned League llama fam. I got to know so many great people. I also got to show that a body size, an accent, where you got your degree from, and a geographic location have nothing to do with your intelligence at all. And I got to be me. Y'all got to see the real me. I am unequivocally hyper and rambunctious, and that's me. I took on the high roller in a solo chase. And he called me a hell of a competitor and a gambler. He said, your daddy raised that. And yeah, he's right. I got respected for this weird sponge brain of mine that knows random things or can logic through things or comes up with good smart-ass jokes when I don't. And that's the greatest win of all right there, is I started to prove to myself that I'm enough. For someone who has struggled with low self-esteem and imposter syndrome for literal decades, that is worth way more than anything else. Being enough, seeing yourself as something other than a failure, that's something that's been an uphill climb for me. I'll be honest with y'all. I've gone from almost flunking out of college because I was in an environment that my mental health tanked, and at that point in time, higher education was not real supportive of mental health issues, to being on national television and competing in front of literally millions of people because of my brain. Money? Yeah, that would have been cool. Self-worth? That's even cooler, to be honest with you. Part of the reason that I wanted to make this video, other than to make an announcement, is to thank everyone that I've encountered through this whole process. Now, I might forget names, and I'm so sorry about that. Part of it is still a blur, but I'm going to try my hardest to mention as many people as I can by name. To Rebecca and Eric and Anastasia, thank you for believing in me and seeing something in both my intellect and my personality. You started this whole crazy journey for me, and I can never thank you enough. Those are my casting folks. And y'all, those are some of the unsung heroes of Hollywood right there. To Katie and Kim, my producers, the greatest duo since Peanut Butter and Jam. Oh God, I get to miss talking to y'all. Y'all kept me hyped up beforehand. You kept me grounded. Y'all really made me allow me to be me on national television. And thank you for that. First beer is still on me. To Roz and Ian and Vic and Erica and Francesca and Bernadette and Roxy and Sam and Connor and Craig and Mickey and Chelsea and everyone I met from ITV, ABC, and Disney. Thank y'all for giving me a chance. Thank y'all for being so wonderful to work with. I would love to come back in any way I can. Hint, hint. But you know what, y'all? You were the best. To the amazing hair, makeup, and wardrobe team I worked with that day, y'all made me feel incredible inside and out. You made me feel like I could do anything. And I have still used some of the tips that y'all gave me. Those single eyelashes, that comes in handy. To Warren Grace and Joseph Denny, the two greatest teammates in the whole wide world, I am humbled and honored to have gotten to share the stage with you two. You are two of the brightest, most intelligent, driven people I've ever met. And you just both have this wonderful energy. From nervous dancing to being each other's hype squad, y'all are still my dream team, and I will be your biggest cheerleader at any point in time. I cannot wait to get to see y'all again. Austin and DC are way too far away from Western North Carolina for my tastes. To the rest of the ABC Chase contestant fam, y'all, we did that. Getting to know y'all through this process has been an unforeseen bonus. I'm so happy for folks that kicked Chaser butt, and those of us that did not, we've got to remind ourselves that we kicked so much butt to get to where we were on that stage with the lighting and the music that still gives me heart palpitations. Retro good luck to everyone, and y'all have a place to crash in the mountains in Western North Carolina. To Sarah Haynes, who is one of the warmest and most genuine people I've ever met, you made me feel so comfortable in an incredibly intense situation. Thank you so much for your kindness, your positive energy, your words of affirmation. You called me fierce and your favorite. I treasure that so much. I still owe you that post-COVID hug. To Brad Rutter and Ken Jennings and Mark Labette, gentlemen, I would have loved to meet and face off with each of you. I fear no man nor beast, yet I still very much respect them. Hopefully there will be a next time. To James Holtzhauer, sir, I hate to break this to you, but you're not a dream crusher or a joy killer. You helped create and foster mine. You are worthy of that title of being one of the greatest of all times, but your words and your kindness about losing my dad are going to stick with me from now on. The fact that you recognize that he raised a hell of a competitor and a gambler, that was one of the greatest gifts you could have given me. It was my honor to face off against you, and I would be down for a rematch at any point in time, or maybe a team up, who knows. To my extended friends and family, including my work crew at UNC Asheville, my library folks across the state of North Carolina and practically the whole darn country, this quizzing crew that I've been introduced to through the Chase and Learned League, y'all are the most incredible support system a person could ever ask for. This year really put into perspective how lucky and blessed I am to have every single one of y'all in my life. To my partner in everything, my husband John. Remember when I said I had no regrets earlier? Yeah, I do have one. That COVID precluded you from coming on the travel part of this journey with me. You are my person. I could not have made it through this last year without you. I know we hit 14 years of this whole legally entangled thing in June and 19 years of friendship in August. I want 190 more. Like our delightfully sappy song says, it's always better when we're together. To my mom, Julie. Gosh, Mom, I can't even put into words how freaking awesome you are. I am so proud to be your daughter. You epitomize what it means to be a true hero. You've faced down this past year with equal parts grace, determination, openness, anger, and love. 2020 on the whole was crap, and we're going to fertilize so much beauty and good going forward with that crap. I love you so much. To my dad, Bill, I am still so angry that the world took you from all of us. It's been a rough year without you to provide both the smarts and the smart-ass commentary, but good grief, man, you make your presence known. I felt you with me that day. Every time I looked up, I was talking to you. I wanted to make you proud, and I sure hope I did that. I am going to work so hard at being that fierce, brave smart ass that you raised. And it's even despite the fact that sometimes I just want another hug. I love you, you butthead. Yeah, my dad and I called each other butthead. It's a term of endearment. To everyone who has a dream, just do it. Yeah, I know I just Shia LaBeoufed that. If you think you can be on a game show, try out. It took me years to get there. I have taken the Jeopardy test so many times and never got anywhere. I had given up. And then I saw a show that I loved and went, it's worth taking a chance. You never know what's going to happen if you try. What's the worst that will happen? What you call failure? Failure is an opportunity to do something else. Don't live with regret. I'm glad I got a chance to thank everybody that I've gotten involved with since this whole process. And now we've come to the part of the video that is the announcement. One thing that I have done every year since 2018, since the year I lost both of my very beloved grandmothers and two of my very, very near and dear to me kitty cats. Y'all, I'm owned by many critters. I got to mention my two dogs on the chase, Fletcher and Linus, my two long-haired mini dachshunds. I also am owned by 3 rescue kitties. I've always had around 3 kitties in my life. I lost 2 of mine that I had since college in 2018. I hurt a lot that year, but I saw an opportunity to take the crap that had been dealt to me through that terrible year and turn it into something beautiful. Basically fertilize things. Y'all, I have a degree in horticulture. I'm all about fertilizing things. So that year, I ran a couple of fundraisers around losing Amira and Nikita, my 2 little beloved girl kitties. And we were able to raise a lot of funds for Asheville Humane Society. It was incredible. And then for my birthday that year, I went with a charity that my Mimi, my grandmother on my dad's side, Jane Glenn, that she held very near and dear to her heart, which was 305 8th Street in Huntsville, Alabama. And I realized that taking the opportunity to turn a holiday, something, birthdays, a lot of people associate those with getting presents. Taking this holiday that's all about getting things and turning it into giving things. So we've run fundraisers for a lot of really great organizations over the years. And I was struggling to come up with one for this year because I wanted it to honor my dad. But one of the reasons that I was so excited to get on the chase was actually to raise awareness about pancreatic cancer. This is a type of cancer that far too many people go through losing beloved family members. And it's a type of cancer that has, sadly, a very high mortality rate. The survival rate on it is abysmal, would be a good way to put it. Or a way to put it. I hate using the word good in that situation. I recognized that this unique opportunity that I've been given by getting on national television and being myself, it put pancreatic cancer into a bit of a spotlight. And I want to make sure that no other family has to go through what we did, has to feel that pain. And I know that's a high goal. We're going to get there. So, for my birthday fundraiser for 2021, I have selected the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, PanCAN. PanCAN is an amazing national organization that works to, one of these days, kick pancreatic cancer's butt, for lack of a better term. It also introduces resources for patients, for families. After Dad was diagnosed, I contacted them. I got an amazing list of doctors regionally and nationally that we were going to hopefully get my dad in to see, and the universe had something other in mind since it was the beginning of COVID and we didn't really get an opportunity to do that. I want to make sure that other families have an opportunity to do that. That research can happen. So, instead of running the fundraiser on Facebook like I've done years before, because that's a limiting factor. I understand not all folks use Facebook, and sometimes you don't want to put your financial information in there. I totally get that. So none of the funds have to be funneled through me, so we can make sure that as much of it goes to charity as if that at all possibly can. I've decided to use GoFundMe's charity platform for this year. Our initial goal, we're going to be lofty this time. I have set an initial goal of $400. Why did I pick $400? Well, I got 4 questions right during my Cash Builder segment on the Chase. Yeah, it was not the greatest performance in the entire world, but I at least tried to answer everything. And there were some questions that, as I called it, stress brain, just did not allow me to get there. So, our initial goal is going to be $400. And we are going to have this fundraiser going for at least 2 weeks, if not longer. So, right down here is a tiny CC. That will take you straight to the GoFundMe page for our fundraiser. And if you cannot donate right now, I completely understand. Life is hard. Economic times are tough for folks. I totally understand. Share this fundraiser. Let's see how far and wide we can spread it. Because I would love to see us be able to make a difference in somebody's life and work to eradicating pancreatic cancer from this world. It's kind of an exciting thought. So, from me to you, I will sign off the way that I did every time I read for my little digital reading program I had called AGB Reach, which, by the way, I'm going to get that back up and running. It's been a little intense being back on campus most days right now, and I miss my little reading nook that I had built here, but I'm going to figure out how to get us back to that. I wish you health and safety. Wear your mask, wash your hands, stay apart temporarily so we can get back together permanently. If you are able, get your vaccine so we can work on eradicating this virus as quick as we possibly can. And I want you to enjoy every sandwich. Love you guys. Take care. We'll see each other soon.